Animal guy, and you look fantastic, by the way. I gotta ask you, how did you get that name?
Thomas the Animal Guy. Well, that my first name's Thomas, so we have that. But when I first started volunteering here at the museum in 2016, I always had a tremendous interest in animals, and so I really studied up on the more than 80 animals that we have in here. And um, other volunteers and people at the museum started introducing me as this is our animal guy. So it kind of just, evolved from that into Thomas the Animal Guy. It's also something easy for the little kids to remember. We do a lot of field trips, and they relate to Thomas the Train. So Thomas the Animal Guy just kind of rolls right in there.
Yeah, so I mean, that sounds like a great TV show. You don't have anything like that, do
And
you?
no,
But
no
you could
TV
maybe have
show.
your own. You could maybe have your own show and have your own, persona with that name.
Well, it's fun. It is kind of a persona. Um, it makes I think the visits to the museum a lot more enjoyable for the families and especially the children.
Yeah, well, you all are gearing up for a fantastic event here on October the 14th. Tell us a little bit about the day and what we got planned for them here.
Oh wow, the eclipse coming up on the 14th of October. Yeah, it's going to be a great day to spend at the museum. The A very fun day for families and very educational. We'll have at least two astronomers here with projection telescopes. I'll be doing some tours of our trailer habitat on the inside of the museum where we have over 80 animals on display. And then I'll also be doing some dinosaur tours on the outside where we have about 18 different dinosaurs on display.
Yeah, so if you're, maybe a young person or if you got families and educational entities, what are you doing to invite them out? What are you telling them to get them here?
Okay, well, of course, we're trying to get out on social media and get the word out that we have such a great day scheduled for the 14th. And we're really looking forward to getting a lot of families out here. We're really gearing up the whole day towards families and education, where the children and people can learn not just about the eclipse, but about the nature and animals in particular.
Yeah, so would you consider yourself more a dinosaur expert or an animal expert, or perhaps both?
Well, I don't know that I'm an expert in either, but I probably know more than the average Joe.
There you go.
Okay, in regards to the museum um, and the animals here, I've really looked all of them up, all the dinosaurs, all the animals, and the subject and the topic is just so great that it's just always a learning experience, whether you come here one time or over and over again.
Yeah, so tell us about the day of the event. On that day, you'll be leading some dino informational tours that day. Why should folks come out and see that, and what can you expect to tell them about that day?
It's another aspect of the entertainment and the enjoyment that a family can have when they're here at the museum during the eclipse. The eclipse lasts, what, 3, 4 hours, from beginning to end, and then you only have a few minutes of the total eclipse. So what do you do in the meantime with your children? Well, bring them out to the museum. I'm going to be doing tours of our dinosaur park where I'll walk around and talk about all of the different dinosaurs, raise some questions about just, how dinosaurs might have reacted during an eclipse. The same with the modern day animals. I'll be doing tours on the inside of the museum of our trail of habitats.
Wow, very interesting. Well, I'd bring my kids to this. I think they would have a great time, being here and learning from you. And so, the day of the event, the day rolls around. What's your plan like that for that day? What's your schedule look like when you
My
wake up that day?
Okay, my schedule, we're going to open the gates at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to start doing a dinosaur or trailer habitat tours at 9 o'clock and probably do one each before the eclipse and one each after the eclipse. So and then we'll be very busy in between. Those two little tours that I'll do will each be about 40, 45 minutes, so that gives the families a lot to do as the eclipse is either, coming or going. And the rest in between those times, I will go ahead and I'll have other, hands-on objects. We do horns and antlers. We got claws. We got dinosaur claws and replicas of dinosaur claws and dinosaur egg that the kids will be able to look at and handle. And so throughout the whole day, that will be available. Myself and other people, volunteers and directors at the museum, available for the public to ask questions and enjoy the museum.
Okay, well, I got to ask you, if you could go back in time to the dinosaurs to witness an eclipse, what do you think would be different from then to today?
Well, first of all, you would see a lot more live dinosaurs than today. But no, seriously, I think that what you would witness is similar to what we'll witness with today's um, wild animals. The nocturnal animals might actually come out. The diurnal, or animals that are active during the day, might retreat. For example, the birds, we would expect to roost when it gets dark. They're not going to fly around in the darkness. We expect to hear insects start chirping as it gets darker. I think that the same kind of things would be happening in the Jurassic or Cretaceous periods of time. So, yeah.
Wow, wow, very unique, very fun. I'm excited for what you all have in store that day. Maybe give us some closing thoughts. Why should people choose the Bandera Museum of Natural History as their parking destination for the eclipse that day?
Well, it's a one stop. You can come in here, spend the day, have a lot of entertainment for the children, a lot of things and activities for them to do without, in a very secure area. The uh, just having that, knowing that you have that reservation, you have of a spot of all these different items that are going to go on. You don't have to, think of what do I need to do with the kids to entertain them for 4 or 5 hours. We have all that lined up.
Yeah, and they get to meet Thomas the animal guy.
Absolutely. I'll
And
be
that's
looking
good.
forward to seeing all the kids out here.
All right. Well, thanks so much for your time, sir. And we're looking forward to it, man.
Yeah.
Thanks again.
Yeah. Thank you very
All
much.
right.